lovely people. Today is another episode of News on the Spectrum. My name is Martin K, and today we're going to talk about Canada. That's right, Canada. Oh, Canada. Yeah, I think that's the national anthem of Canada, right? So, what do I know about Canada? Canada is bordering with United States and is perceived as this gentle version of United States. It's in obviously North America. The capital is Ottawa. Yeah, it's Ottawa. It's not Toronto. It's not Vancouver. It's not Melbourne. No, Melbourne is in Australia. Uh, it's not Vancouver. It's not Toronto. It's Ottawa for some fucking reason. It's one of those countries when like they decided to say fuck it and give some random town a capitalship. Mm, what else do I know about Canada? Your main export involves water. That's right. You take in ice from the fucking polar regions, cut it, and sell. Canadian water. Have you heard about it? No. Well, you're probably drinking it. Also, like oil and gas. I guess you had this thing that you had to kill some Indian Native Americans to get some oil. I remember that. Half of the country speaks English and other half of the country speaks French. And both of their sides refuse to learn each other languages, which I frankly speaking do respect because that's very Polish way to do, just not doing something just to spite of it. Fuck this dude, I'm not gonna learn the language. The biggest invention of Canada is space awareness. That's right, space awareness, because this country is big as a fucking moon and all of you are living in the same place. That's right, in the same apartment, right? All Canada, all 10 people. Now, of course, I understand the conditions of living in the northern, north part of Canada could be very harsh. But still, come on, people, just do something with it. I don't know, fucking get a igloo. You're already stealing ice, right, from polar cap, so you can build some igloos. hmm Okay, so let's go to the funny news from Canada. And again, ChatGPT versus Copilot. I asked ChatGPT to give me funny news about Canada. 8 out of 10 were about bears. Bears. I don't know. Maybe you fucking love bears. Maybe this is why. Maybe this is why you all live in the same apartment because you are scared of bears. It's always something about bears. I really hope it's like the animal bears, not the you know fat dudes with hairy chests who try to fuck other dudes. That's the bear in the gay slang, if I understand correctly. Nothing against gay people. This would be hilarious that every time you're trying to go in the woods, there's a bear and it's actually a dude. Okay, so speaking about bears, bear in the square. The news is from the Irish Sun. I'm assuming it's the same sun as in England. Therefore, the news obviously it's not very quality-wise good. So bear in the square. Watch dramatic moment. GAA match in Canada is stopped after two black bears. And by the way, people, the sentence "black bears" are in all capital letters. What if there would be white bears? You would use you wouldn't fucking highlight it, eh? Eh? What is it, Canada? What is it? I'm suspicious. Invade the pitch as fans all make the same joke. See, they all say, we all make the same jokes. This was the moment two black bears forced what the fuck is GAA? In Canada to be abandoned early. St. Finians were facing Ere Og in Vancouver on June 20 before two black bears entered the field. There is a video. Okay, so the players and officials retreated before the game was abandoned. That's right. If they would stay, that would be much more honorable. Fight the bear like fucking knights or something. Oh, by the way, there was this TikTok trend, like when ladies were saying like, what do they prefer to be, with whom they prefer be in the woods, um, a bear or a man, and they all choose bear. See, Bears probably watching TikTok and they came to the field. That's right. They want to meet the ladies. That's right. And you're running away from them. See? So next time, make some better TikToks. In a statement, Saint Finian said, "Our senior ladies were in action on June 20 against Eire Og in Barnaby Lakes. The game was close contest right up until the game had to be abandoned due to two lively looking bears who were looking for the long ball into the square." I think that it was rigged, right? I think it was rigged. One of the teams bought some bears. They gave him some honey and money, and they decided to invade the pitch. We will await the decision from the CCC on the whether the game will be replayed or not. We'll keep you posted. That's right. Keep me posted. Do you want my personal number? So everybody is talking in social media about bear in the square. That's right. Shit, man. Apparently, there's a big problem with bears in Canada. We fucking keep them, right? They were here before us. Therefore, they have more rights to be on this land. Also, as a Polish person, I do like to speak on behalf of Canada. Black bears are extremely common in Canada and by large docile were not threatened. In reaction to the video, fans couldn't help but to make light of the unorthodox series of events. One joking couldn't be more Canadian if they were dripping maple syrup. While Michael quipped, "That bear would make a killer full forwards." That sounds like a fucking cartoon for kids, alright? Stop making jokes, people. Okay, some another shitty jokes. Mm, that's not the usual reason. Yeah, if that would be a fucking usual reason, why do we play the sport? By the way, I'm trying to find what kind of sport is because there was only a video of. I guess it's some sort of rugby. Those ladies look strong. Those ladies look strong. And then I'm gonna get shit in the comments. It's not fucking rugby, GAA, whatever. I don't know. It could be HIV. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so people were making jokes again, and some great football played throughout the game, which had both teams scored 3 goals apiece. But thankfully, we kept the scoreline ticking over with a few points as well to get the win. That's right. And no, Bears didn't cause a scene last night. I don't know. Kudos to Bears. Okay, the second news. The second news are coming from the website Global News CA. I don't know if it's legitimate. I don't know. Tell me in comments. Maybe I'm reading some bullshit. So Nova Scotia legal battle sees competing pirates of Halifax cross swords in courts. In the court. What the fuck is? What kind of pirate are you when you going to the court? Right? It isn't the whole stick is to be outlaw. Like you do not fuck with the government. Come on, pirates. In modern day, Halifax pirates try to settle their spats with lawsuits, not swords. Fuck 21st century. In 18th century, they would just like pick up the fucking gun and a sword and would kidnap a couple of people on the ship and they would fight. Two competing groups of grown men, both calling themselves Pirates of the Halifax, have failed to resolve their feud in the polite confines of Nova Scotia's small claims court. Small claims, come on, it's a big news. The two troops, sorry, yeah, play dress up in their spare time. Play dress up in their spare time. They like to dress up, right? They do not play dress up. They just like to dress up in their spare time for fun and profit. Ooh, Eric Sloan is small claims adjud. What is it with those complicated words in this shit? Adjudicator noted in a ruling released Thursday. Okay. In all respect, it's about pirates, so obviously it's old English, not a new English, right? And I'm not trained in that. I'm also not trained in New English. I'm just pretending to speak. This is actually AI. Yeah, Polish version. This is why it sounds like that. Inspired in part by the success of Pirates of the Caribbean movie franchise, these Pirate reenactors are hired for parties or other functions where they entertain the guests with a combination of theatrics and harmless mayhem. That is like the worst pirates ever. Harmless mayhem. What's the point of causing the mayhem, right? The Donnybrook was a result of a schism. The founder of the first group, Dwight Parker, created the second group after being expelled by his fellow pirates. Did they put him on a like wooden plank? You know, in those pirate movies, they always go with a wooden plank, and someone is like trying to stab them with the sword, so they have a choice: or going back and get killed on the ship, or jump into the ocean full of sharks. uh, I'm sorry, Dwight. I'm sorry, Dwight, but we do not have a wooden plank and not even have a nearby ocean, so you have to jump into the bathtub or into the shower. Maybe that's the reason for the season. Didn't want to go to the shower. So one group owned a Pirates of Halifax.com website, while the other reserved the right to use the name under the registry of joint stock companies. Hey, shit. Those pirates are well business trained. Found neither troop owners. Not found. Okay. Neither troop owned the Pirates of Halifax name outright. He said Parker's cohorts in the first troop. Okay, I'm not going to even say those names because I'm too lazy. Like Dave something, Lee Perrin, and something Hood did not have the right to kick him out of the group after the relationship broke down. He noted it was accusation of bad behavior going in both directions. What kind of pirates are you? Accusation of bad behavior. Come on, people. I understand you're doing it for money, but at least could you play a part? Be a little bit of an outlaw. Out of the law, people. Out of the law. He noted that were accusation bad behavior, alleged unsafe use of a replica musket, an allegation of sexual harassment, and that's fucking serious. He should get beat up. Of course, if it's allegation, right? If he would be proven to conduct those sexual harassments, then they should beat him up and put him on a plank and throw it into the sharks. That's right, fucking. Suffice to say, what began as an enthusiastic hobby with the bonus of financial reward descended into a relationship of considerable discord, mistrust, and aggravation. Pirates, they have a lot of heart. You need a lot of heart. He claimed most of the world, blah blah blah, and some fucking serious shit. Okay. He said small claims court doesn't have the jurisdiction to wind up the partnership. That's right. The only jurisdiction it have is the pirate courts, and Johnny Depp is the main judge. With some regret, the result might not resolve much. Dismissed both side claims. Yep, good. He did, however, offer them some advice. As a practical manner, the parties would be well advised to work together to come as an arrangement. That's the sentence of the court, which uh, didn't uh, didn't favor any side and dismissed both parties. To come to arrangement that would avoid the confusion that has been created by the respective attempts to use the name to which they have no exclusive rights. This is only suggestion. The alternative would be to take the matter to Supreme Court and wind up their partnership legally. That's right. All right. That was the first part of the news. And now is the time for news from Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia still doesn't exist. Alright, people, now is the time for the second part of the news from Canada. Oh, Canada. I don't know anything about this song because I made it right now. Okay, so the second part of the news. Again, let's guess who? That's right, a bear. A bear shreds seats than those of after breaking into a Canadian woman's car. Though this news is from The Guardian. That's right. Black bear apparently, again, a black bear. Come on, people. I'm pretty sure you're all falsifying the statistics. Black bear apparently opened the vehicle by lifting door handle with its mouth after breaking into some car last year. What kind of car, eh? So, after a string of vehicle breakups in North Canada town, local residents have identified the culprit. A black bear with a taste of upholstery foam. Okay, awakened by the nose, blah blah blah. Kayla Stewart, who lives in Ontario, near like Lardle in the Larder Lake, went outside to investigate and found the sleepy black bear locked inside the car. Locked inside the car. See, this bear is fucking smart. He opened the car and he locked it. That's right. That's a fucking nice bear. A video of the encounter showed the doozy looking Ursit, no, no, visible behind condensation mist windows sitting in front of the passenger seat. He nodding off, baby. Look at him, she would say before her husband opened the car to release the creature off camera. The bear had apparently opened the unlocked vehicle by lifting a door handle with his mouth. Ah, maybe he used different methods, eh? You're just assuming. The same tugged bear had already broken into their vehicle. Same vehicle. Last year, the same bear, same vehicle. Are you sure you didn't do anything to this bear? Nah, maybe it's a fucking some money is involved. You owe him money or honey. This bear, this time last year, broke through out my back window and was transported by the Ministry of Natural Resources 200 kilometers away. She told the Guardian. So wildlife. Apparently, the bears are attracted to foam. That's why they eat four-wheeler seats and stuff. I was told. Could be, maybe they have unfair competition. They do not like the China manufacturing foam seats easily, and they wanted to have their own business, producing car seats. That's right, car seats. Okay, so there's like 380,000 bears in North in Canada. God damn, more than 380,000. All right. So they are not aggressive. They're saying they are not aggressive if they do not find a food source. Yeah, maybe I do look like a food source, eh? I'm made out of meat, after all. Hmm. Some lady was killed. That's not funny. All right. And the lady kept it positive. She said nothing a little duct tape won't fix. All right. And she was in shock that she contacted her insurance company and they said her policy would not pay out as she did not choose comprehensive coverage, leaving her to repair the damage myself. I don't know. I don't know about those insurance companies if they pay for this kind of damage. I do know a nice specialist, amazing specialist with insurance. I will ask her definitely, probably even today, about it. Okay, speaking about insurance, RCMP reminds Nova Scotians to lock their doors after pair enter wrong home and cleaned it. What? What? Okay, so some kind of institution are reminding Nova Scotians to lock their doors after investigating a report of suspicious activity in Upper Tantallon NS involving a conspicuously clean home. They say before 3 p.m. officers responded to a complaint that there were two suspicious women at home. The Mounties, which is the Canadian horse police, yeah, they're like riding a horse, were called by the homeowner who was not home at the time. The homeowner had contacted by a concerned neighbor after the two women were observed in the home with a vacuum cleaner and a mop. Police later determined that the house was left unlocked in order to for the neighbor to walk the owner's dog. Instead, two women showed up, cleaned the house, and left without knowing they had wrong address. Hey, that's some nice women. Give me them some. Give me some. Although the house was cleaned for free, the institution would like to take this opportunity to remind homeowners to ensure their doors are locked at all the times. Shit, better than a blowjob in your dreams, right? You're coming home, it's cleaned. I remember once I came back from Turkey and I was like there for a couple of months and I came home and my house like super clean. And literally for like 15 minutes, I was wondering if someone broke into it, and then I realized like, who the fuck would broke into my house and clean it? I just forgot I fucking cleaned it before going there. So yeah, they told us to lock the doors. That's right, people, because you never know. You just outside and you're coming back into town. What is it? That's right. Your place is vacuumed and polished and clean. God damn. How could they? How could they? Actually, it's a kind of funny news to be honest. Look, yeah. Oh, it's coming from Global News. I know anyone has the number. I need some cleaning in my house. Sick and tired of doing it. All right, people. So that was the news from Canada. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Martin K, and if you have your news, also some news, you can send it to the email of the on the in the description. That's right. All right, people. Take care.